Here in Bathurst and still at the Turnbulls and catching up with one of the younger ones anyway, Jett Turnbull. Firstly, welcome to Campbell's Comments, mate.
Thank you. It's an honour.
It's an honour. You're very, very cheeky. I reckon this could end up being a bit of a cheeky one. But firstly, well done on all your drives at the minute. Been fortunate enough to watch a few. I know you've had a treble. You had two trebles? I know you've definitely had one.
Yeah, I had two trebles, I think, one at Parks and one at Dubbo, and then I've had 4 winners at Dubbo twice, so it's been a good trip so far.
You've had 2 4s?
Yeah.
Wow. How long have you been driving for?
About 2 months, so...
You've only been driving for 2 months?
Yeah.
How many winners have you notched up?
31.
Man, you're killing it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
16.
So you're only 16. I'm going to say you're a third generation Turnbull. Well, you're a fourth generation Turnbull. You're here at the Lagoon. It's an amazing place. You would have learned plenty of tricks, I suppose, here from Pa, Dad, and the likes. It must be a good place to be a harness lover like yourself to grow up.
Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful place to be. Like, got Dad and then, me pop Steve, great-grandfather Tony, and then Amanda, Mitchell, Josh are all here. Like, they all know what's going on, so it's really good.
They give you pointers all the time?
All the time.
Yeah. Even before you, were trial driving, they were teaching you what to do out there?
Yeah, like the year before when I turned 14 to get my strappers, when we went into town the first time, like, everything was just different and, like, they taught me everything straight away, so I knew what I was doing when I first come onto the track.
Do you feel comfortable out there?
Yeah, incredibly.
Is that because you think it helps because you're here in a family environment and, not being cheeky, but half the time you're driving against a relation, at least one relation, but maybe sometimes half the field? Do you reckon that helps you to get a bit of a grounding? Yeah,
it's definitely better being around family than not family. Like, even if you do something wrong to someone else in the race, like if it is, say, Matt Rue, like he'll always tell me not to do that next time in case, like, something bad happens. Like, Dad can do it as well. Like, there's always someone in the race that can tell me not to do that because I'm still only learning, been driving 2 months. Like, so there's always someone in the race that'll tell me not to do that or do that next time. Or
You'll never stop learning. That's the one thing about this sport, and I'd imagine here, if you get ahead of yourself, you've got a few blokes who are going to knock you back down a peg or two. That's for sure. And Amanda might even drop you back. What was the biggest eye opener for you, if you like? You're here. As I said in Dad's interview, you've got to come here and watch the way this track works and the way everything works here. But what was the biggest eye-opener, if you like, when you went out there perhaps for your first trial drive?
Yeah, it was different the first trial drive, going behind the mobile. It was just a whole different experience, like never before. Driving around only a 500-metre track for a year and a half before I ever went onto the bigger ones, it's always been different. When out there, nearly first time on a straight, like it was different. And then, just being in a field of actual 5 people from a family and then being out here with them all, like it feels the same, but it's different at the same time.
Then the races, and then all of a sudden you get people that I would imagine you've probably got some people out there that, old cocky little shit, we're not going to let him get away with anything. So it changes up that next level again.
Yeah, it definitely changes. Yeah, it's definitely different to trials and everything. Like, you don't get your own way in some aspects of the race, and then some you do. But yeah, it's definitely different around the country tracks, especially because you have them hobby trainers that are doing the best for their horse as well as I am. So and Dad and everyone, like, it's just, you're all out there on your own, really.
It's a great little area, Bathurst itself. Like, when you look at the horses, like, I mean, just where we are here, this year's New South Wales Oaks and Derby winners have both been trained here. You got access to good horses, good trainers, and plenty of good people around that have been in the industry for a long time. But then, and no disrespect to Youngs and Dubbos, you go there with the lesser horses that aren't going to win on those metro tracks, and you learn the hard yards, don't you? The ones that can put a long stride in every now and then.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot tougher out there, especially on the sharper turns. Like, you got to proper steer your horse, and then some people aren't steering them, so you got to steer away from them. And yeah, it's definitely a bigger show game out there.
Tough question for you. What's your best attribute, you reckon, so far? What's the one thing that you think you've taken to probably better than maybe you even thought?
I really do my form really well before any race. On my way to the races, I'll do it, and then as I get there before the race, I'll always look and see what's happening and see what my horse needs that I'm driving. If it's one of Dad's, he'll do the same thing and tell me what to do. And then I always like to think about it in the race, but always have something else in my hand if that plan doesn't go to work. And then if it doesn't, I'll have a backup plan. And like I seem to be pretty good at getting in a different position. If Dad tells me to go there, it works out better as well the other way.
Well, I think one thing that I found that separates the best from the almost best, if you like, is the fact that being able to let go of a bad drive and just concentrate on the next one. Do you find yourself okay with that? Like if you've mucked up, you can move on to the next race pretty quickly?
Yeah, well, that was what happened my first night of driving. I went out there on my first one, and it was the quietest horse we've ever had, and it just decided it didn't want to score up. And then I had Dad's good horse, Face of Glory. He was in the 2 races after, and Dad said, just clear your mind. Don't think about that first one because I don't want this horse to do it. He's too good. So went out there on the track, and that was when I won my first race. And then the first fella, I pretty much forgot about him.
So, well, that's probably the greatest learning curve you've probably had in your career, because I do know, like talking to a lot of people, they don't worry. We all make mistakes; it's part of life, and we're going to, people are going to do it. But they seem to be able to block that out and let it go. Dad's horse still here?
Yeah, he's still here. He's just come back from a bit of a freshen up while we were overseas, and we nominated him in the Inter-Dominion, but we don't think he might get in just because he won't be racing until the heats, and he won't be able to rank up as well. But there's definitely better races for him around here for the country cups. I forgot what it was called.
Carnival Cups.
That's it. And then there's big races for him here, so hopefully I can get on him in them races and hopefully get back on him. That's good.
This is what Dad's going to let you on him?
Hope so.
After watching him the other night on Be the Best, Better Be the Best. I keep getting his name mixed up. There's too many B's in it. Yeah. I didn't think Dad had let anyone on any other horse. So, he's an exciting horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely the best we've ever had in years. Oh, well, forever, actually. So he's something else.
He's exciting. You just said there about America, mate. You went over to America to the Little Brown Jug. Firstly, it must have been a hell of a thrill.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. And it's just there's that many horses on the track at once, and cars going one way, drags going another, water trucks going one way, horses jogging that way, one sprinting up in fast carts, one sprinting up in the work carts, and they all just going speeds. You got to swerve in and out of them. Like, it's just mental. And
23 races, I reckon there were on Jug Day?
There were 24 on Jug Day and 23 on Jugette Day, so there's just that many.
Yeah, and they just keep coming, and then to see quality horses. It was confidential. Yeah, he was, but It's My Show, of course, won at Confederate didn't go around the Jug though. He went. You saw him at Lexington though, and that's why. And then you get to go to the Mohawk Millions. You've ticked off a lot you've done. They would be great eye openers for a young man. And Dad was saying there off air that the American guys looked after you. I mean, the Aussie guys looked after you, but the American drivers sat down and give you a bit of time. That must have been a great eye opener for you, I suppose. But also, good to learn off those sort of guys.
Yeah, it was incredible. Me and Dad will always wake up on a Thursday, Sunday morning and watch them all go around. It's like they're our idols. Like, to some people, they're our LeBron James, and them to us, like, they're our people to them. But we go over there and we're hanging out with them. It's talk to them like it's just your best mate, and they teach you everything as well. Say what they did before they went over, best thing to do, and it's incredible.
You have a goal, mate? Do you have an aim? Like, right at the minute, you're going everywhere. Dad's taking you all over the countryside. But do you have an aim, or you just like to continue driving the winners at the minute and just see where it lends you?
Yeah, I don't really have one at the moment. I'm sort of pretty happy with where I am now, just getting on a lot of horses for other trainers, and just want to make myself known before I have a big goal. And I'd love to move to America, all them boys over there, but it's just different. Like, all these races over here in Australia, like, worth a lot of money, and then people over there 40 and 50, all the good drivers, so you go over there as a 21-year-old is when you'd go over, but people over there would just still put all the older boys on and wouldn't, because you're classified a kid over there at 28, like Todd McCarthy, they still call him the kid, and like it's all incredible.
He is still a kid, mate. I hate to tell you, but he is to me and a lot of other people. But I know exactly what you mean, mate. Don't worry about that. Jett, well done. Thanks for giving me a bit of time, mate. You're doing an awesome job, and keep going. How many claiming wins do you get in New South Wales?
I think it's 100 for a 5 claim.
Right, that's in danger pretty quickly, isn't it?
Well, I don't like to say yes.
Okay. Well, don't. I'll say yes. It's in a lot of trouble for you, mate. Thank you. Well done. Keep up the good work, and well done for cleaning the sulky on a Sunday too. That's a good effort.
I got bored, so I come out and did something.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.